Hi everyone, with this video I'm going to go over some of the regions of the brain that we're responsible for in this class. Okay, I'm going to start with our cerebrum. Okay, this is the largest part of the brain and the part that's responsible for processing speech, vision, hearing, reasoning, emotions, and our fine motor control. The cerebrum is composed of two hemispheres, the right and left hemispheres, which are connected by the corpus callosum. We'll be speaking about that in just a minute as well. Okay, and it's also broken into four parts or lobes. Okay, we'll start with our frontal lobe, the lobe located in the front of the brain. Okay, this is the area known as the prefrontal cortex, which contributes to the development of personality, reasoning, problem solving, and emotions. This is the area that is developing in teenagers right now. Okay, there's the temporal lobe. Okay, the lobe's located at the bottom of the brain and it's responsible for auditory stimuli, or in other words, hearing, and the formation of memories. Parietal lobes. Okay, these are the lobes located behind the frontal lobe that receive and process information such as touch, temperature, and pain. And the occipital lobes, these lobes are located at the back of the brain and they are concerned with aspects of vision. I do find it a little interesting that these areas, where vision, or obviously our eyes are in the front of our head, but this lobe is located in the back. Okay, the cerebellum. Okay, this is a part of the brain that's located underneath the cerebrum. It controls and coordinates the movement of muscles and maintains balance and body posture. It's also often called the tiny brain or little brain. And this is the area that's responsible for what we call muscle memory, where those same actions or movements become almost automatic. Okay, and then we have the brain stem. Okay, this part is very close to our spinal cord. It's the part of the brain that connects the spinal cord with the cerebellum and the cerebrum. It controls involuntary processes like breathing, coughing, swallowing, digestion, heart rate, okay, body temperature, all of those things that have to do with homeostasis. Okay, it's also broken into three regions: the midbrain pons, as well as the medulla oblongata. The medulla we'll be talking about shortly. Okay, and here's the medulla oblongata. Okay, this is the area of the brain stem that controls heartbeat, breathing, and blood pressure. Next, we have the corpus callosum. So if we take the right and left hemispheres, you'll see you can separate them. If you're looking, say, at a sheep brain, you can separate them. A little lower than that, you see the corpus callosum, which is connecting. It's a bundle of nerve fibers connecting the right and left hemispheres, and allows communication between those two hemispheres. Okay, now next we have that prefrontal cortex, which I've mentioned a little bit already, the brain region responsible for our planning complex cognitive behaviors, the expression of our personality, decision making, moderating social behavior, so kind of thinking twice before you act. That is the area that controls those complex behaviors. And next, we're going to go to the striatum. Now, the striatum is a part of the brain. It's very important as far as our reward system. So, this is the area that's activated when we receive a reward, such as money or money, sugar, anything that's maybe exciting to us. This is the area that's more active in teenagers and also an area that can contribute to addictions. Now, the amygdala, there are two of these. These are in our brains, they're about almond sized or an almond shaped area. Okay. These are responsible for the memory of emotions, particularly of fear and strong emotions. These are strongly associated with the amygdala. And our hippocampus. okay, that's in blue on the left, is responsible for storing and retrieving long-term information. Now, next we're going to go to our thalamus. Okay, all senses, with the exception of smell, are processed through the thalamus before being sent to the cerebral cortex. Okay, also roles in sleep, wakefulness, consciousness, and learning and memory are all relayed through that thalamus. So we often refer to the thalamus as a relay station. Okay, and next we have the hypothalamus right below the thalamus. Okay, the hypothalamus is regulates homeostasis, so like thirst, blood pressure, sleep, and it also has a major role in signaling the pituitary gland regarding which hormones to release. Now, that pituitary gland that causes the release of several hormones associated with development, metabolism, and reproduction. And lastly, our limbic system. Now, these are several areas of the brain. The ones we focus on primarily will be the hypothalamus, the hippocampus, the amygdala, and the thalamus. Okay, this is the area that regulates our emotions and memories associated with that. Much of how we interact with other people is heavily regulated within this limbic system. Okay, so hopefully these are helpful, and these are the terms that you'll be responsible for on your quiz on these areas of the brain.